Hi Capricorn, this is your reading for the time period of February 1st to February 29th, 2020. For those of you who are new to my channel or you're just visiting, welcome to Amani's Light Work, okay? Before I go into the reading, I want to say that I have two new recent uploads for the Keys to Akasha section of my channel. I have Kobe Bryant's case is covered, and I also have Sarah Guiar. She was an aerialist for the Cirque du Soleil in Vegas. Okay, so please feel free to view those readings. They do give information that is not included in the news. Okay, so let's see what energies are coming through for you. My apologies if I have been putting up these videos a little slow here and there. It's only because of my work schedule and other things pertain to my personal life. Okay, so let's see what's coming through for you. Okay, let's see. Okay, Capricorn. I actually did your reading before, but I wasn't necessarily satisfied with what I was getting. I probably will upload that other reading as well, but I just wanted to delve back into your energy again. Okay, you do have the sign of Libra that's underneath, but has been looking for you. So if you're dealing with a Libra, whether it's a Libra guy, it could be Libra female, but taxes. So when I hit Libra female, the reason into why a Libra female may be looking for you, it could be because of your taxes, but we work together. So Libra male, Libra female, we work together, wants to combine taxes. So either one of those elements, they may want to combine taxes with you. This could be business tax, but I also get store tax and the business tax. If you run a store, or if one of these own a store, one of these elements, if it's a Libra, they may own a store. They may own, one of them may have their own real estate business. They may have invested in their own establishment, and they may want you to join in and combine taxes with them if you run your own. That could be, I feel like that's a great business starter if you're dealing with a Libra that has their own store. They run their own real estate business, but thinks you should jump on. So when I said that, they think that you should jump on. They think that it would be a great idea for you to it would be a great idea for you to join taxes with them. And but I also get split. I don't know if this is like split a bill. Like I keep going on the example of taxes, but you could be going out with them and they want to split a bill. That could be a situation, or something could be going on here also with splitting. This is splitting, but I also get like I don't know if this is like splitting a will, like something also going on here with some type of money. So this could be money that is owed to you. I'm getting this feeling of either a bill, it could even be will, or taxes, however you want to do that. It could just be justice energy because that's something that you are doing, but only certain family members know. So if it's will energy that's coming through, only certain family members know that you're responsible for splitting a will, or somebody in your family environment split will. Somebody in your family environment has been splitting a will, or that's something that they've been doing for a while. But I also get around another earth sign. That's something that they've been doing around, but that's something that they've been doing around an external earth sign energy, like a Taurus, like another Capricorn, like another Virgo, but they have money owed to them. So just this energy, those energies that just ran through just now, they have money owed to them. So let me just go back a little bit here with possible situations. You have a situation here where you've got either like Libra females, you got, but I keep getting run a store. A Libra female that you're tied to, they run their own business of some kind. So it's a store. It's a whether a male or female Libra, it's a store. It's some type of establishment. It's a what do you call it? It's what's another situation? It's like a real estate business that one of those elements run, or but starting up also. One of those elements could be starting that on their own, and they want you to join in with it. They want you to if you have your own business, and if you have your own business, they feel like it would be a great idea for you and them to split taxes. Then there's another situation here also. But it can literally be split bill. I was getting that feeling also. You could be going out with that one of these elements, and they want to split a bill. But I also was the last thing that I was getting was will. So you, in addition to external earth sign energies, or that could be something that you're talking to a Libra about in terms of splitting a will, like a family will. And some of the earth sign energies may not know that there is money, but somebody intuitively knows that. So the justice energy underneath, somebody intuitively knows that. Or something is going on here with taxes but being dispersed. Something's also going on with taxes being dispersed either to Libra, or Libra just knows that that's happening to another earth sign. So it just depends on what's going on. It just depends on the energy that is coming through. Okay. Your starting point has the Magician card. So the magician here, but finding out information. So the magician energetically pretty much resides with the energy of the Justice card, and the Justice card that's underneath with the magician is that you're finding out a lot of information. Like family, like this is like family. This is finding out information about family, or this is finding out information about if it's family, then it's family money, family businesses, but want you to be a part of. So family money, family businesses, somebody wants you to be a part of that. Or if it's not only family, the magician card with the justice card, the magician with the justice card is what do you call it, is the energy of a Libra that they want you to, I keep getting split. It's the energy of a Libra that they want to split something with you, split a business with you. They want you to really play a major role in their establishment. They want you to work with them in their store. They want you to be a part of their firm. It could even be like a law or a real estate firm, or whatever it is that somebody wants you to be involved in, or they just want to split taxes with you. But that's what the fire signs have been talking about. So the justice with the magician, with the splitting the taxes, that's what fire sign energies have been talking to a Libra about. That's what fire sign energies have been talking to you about, but I don't want to do. So the magician with the justice card, I don't want to file taxes with fire sign, but you will with Libra. So the magician card, you will with Libra. The spirit emphasizing that you will with one of the Libra elements connected to fire sign. So the Libras, here's an interesting feeling with this. The fire sign energies, the magician card with the justice card is that the fire sign energies may have hooked up the fire sign energies may have hooked up a Libra to comply. Like a fire sign energies may have hooked up a Libra to comply with you, start a business. They may have hooked up a Libra to start a business with you, but the reason into why that could be happening behind the scenes, that could be something that some part of that information kept hidden. Some part of that information with the fire sign energies being involved with a Libra that you're tied to in terms of business and splitting taxes and bills, whatever situation, however you look at bills, splitting bills, taxes, and funds. The fire sign energies orchestrating that. The fire sign energies are orchestrating that, but something is also going on here with you. You don't want to file taxes with the fire sign energies. You don't want to split you don't want to split money with, they don't anymore. You don't want to split something with the fire sign energies anymore. You don't want to split bills. It could be like gas bills, light bills. You don't want to split those things anymore, but hooked up Libra. So the magician card is that the fire sign energies, they realize that you don't want to do that anymore, and you don't want to do that at all. So what they're doing is they're finding, or they're digging up a Libra. They're finding or digging up a Libra that you already know, but something is also new. So you may already know a Libra, but something is new about the Libra. I keep getting hooked up by fire signs. The Libra is being hooked up behind the scenes with the fire sign energies, and the Libra is coming out of nowhere, and they're being asked by the fire sign energies. They're being asked by get her paper, so that we can file. But that's the tactic. So this is really interesting. This is a situation here where the Magician card with the Justice card is that's why I said finding out information and things of that nature. The Magician with the Justice card is that you got fire sign energies. I keep getting don't want to file. You've got fire sign energies that you don't want to file taxes with. You don't want to split. You don't want to split some type of payment with, or they don't want to do it anymore. But what's happening with that, they realize that you don't want to do that. What's happening with it now is that they're digging up a Libra that you already know, or they're digging up a Libra they're digging up a Libra that they know, or it could even be like a mutual situation, but they're finding them, but they may deem you to listen to the Libra more than them, but that's why they were hooked up. So the Magician card with the Justice, that's why a Libra was hooked up to do something. That's why a Libra was hooked up to give you information to fill out paperwork. That's why a Libra was hooked up to do that. So the fire sign energies think that you listen to the Libra, one of those Libra elements. The fire sign energies think that you listen to the Libra more. You listen to the Libra more than you listen to them. That could just be a tactic that a Sag has, Aries, and whatever Leo, whatever fire sign energy that is coming through that's external, but interesting tactic. So when I say that the fire sign energies have a very interesting tactic into getting you to sign some type of paperwork. So it could be like a tax paper. It could be tax paper. It could be a bill that they don't want to pay for. It could also be a bill like a gas bill, light bill, restaurant bill, whatever it is. It's some type of bill that a fire sign energies don't want to pay for. Do any of the Libra energies, do they not want to pay for anything for you? But I just feel like one of the Libras, I just feel like they were hooked up by the fire signs. They were hooked up by the fire sign energies to set up something in terms of some type of payment and taxes and bills and splitting payments. I just feel like that's something that you didn't want to do with the fire signs. So they're finding a Libra. They're finding same paperwork. They're finding a Libra to issue you out the same paperwork, issue you out the same bill so that you would comply. Something is easy with that kind of interaction between you and the Libra, and the fire sign energies know that it would be easy for you to communicate or comply with the Libra. So what's happening with that interesting with that is that they whatever you're potentially going to comply with the Libra about, sending off to fire sign, whatever you're going to comply with the Libra about, they're going to eventually you sign you sign your signature, you pay this bill, you split this, whatever it is that they're asking you to, whatever it is the Libra's asking you to do. When you finish whatever you do with the Libra, they're going to send it off the annoying fire sign. They're going to send it off to the annoying fire signs that you're saying that you don't want to have that kind of business tie with them anymore, or you don't want to have it at all. And that's the tactic that they have, but look out for. That's the tactic that they have, but look out for that. I'll give you a perfect example. I'll just give you one example before I go any further. This is like, if you're a woman, this is if you're a woman, for example, you've got like you can have like a guy like that you're dating or you're married to, whatever it is, but you may for whatever reason you may not want to split some type of bill with them, like a gas bill, or like you may not want to split taxes with them, you may not want to file taxes with them. I keep getting hooked up Libra. So the spirit agrees with the example that whatever it is that you're disagreeing with the fire sign energies about, they're hooking up a Libra that you either know or you don't know. But the reason why they're being hooked up is so that you could comply. But you don't know, scapegoat. You don't know that a Libra is you don't know that a Libra like energy is something that's scapegoat like with them. Like you don't know that they're like a scapegoat. They're a scapegoat for information. They're a scapegoat because of what they receive. They're a scapegoat because of what they receive from the fire sign energies in terms of you complying with information and taxes and bills and splitting this, that, and the third, but look for the tactic. So the spirit is agreeing with the example, wants to elaborate. Look out for the tactic. Look out for that tactic that the fire sign energies introduced to Libra. Look out for the tactic that the fire sign energies are going to, they're going to rehearse that tactic. Okay. The fire sign energies are going to rehearse that tactic with the Libra first before they send off the Libra. They're going to train the Libra. They're going to rehearse that tactic with them. And you know what's interesting about this? If this is like a business deal, like a workplace situation as well, it could also apply to that, where like, this is interesting. Could also be happening in a workplace or a business deal where someone like they're, like I said, the fire sign energies, they're going to rehearse something over with a Libra first And it could be some type of training. It could be some type of training. It could be something going on here with like some type of organizational skill in a workplace or in a business deal where the Libra given firsthand access into something. A Libra could be getting firsthand access into something. If it's not necessarily them being extracted, if it's not necessarily the Libra being extracted by the fire sign energies to rehearse how they're going to come towards you with information that they claim that you're not going to be open with the fire sign energies to give. That's what the Libra was hooked up for. So the magician, that's what the Libra was hooked up for. And whatever reason the Libra was hooked up for, to gather information, they tax paper, bills and taxes and filing taxes and this, that, and the third. But why do you listen to? So when I went through that example, why do you listen to a Libra? Why do you listen to the fire sign? The Libra break it. There's this feeling here where one of the Libra elements, they may want to break down and tell you what the fire sign energies are really doing. Like they may want to break down and tell you what's really going on. It just depends on what's going on there with the magician card. They may be cryptic with you all the time. Fire sign needs. They may be cryptic with you all the time, but the reason for it is because of the fire sign energies need. One of the fire sign energies need for whatever reason. What you're waiting on is a Two of Pentacles energy. So the Two of Pentacles pretty much implies balancing your Libra, balancing your finances with Libra business and joining in business with them. Fire sign acts, joining in business with Libra. Fire sign energy acts them to do that. The fire sign energies could have pulled you to the side, work with Libra. The fire sign energies could have pulled you to the side, or they sent you something and they said work with the Libra, side with the Libra, team up with the Libra, do file taxes, split a bill, whatever. Do these kind of things with the Libra, but that the one reason the fire sign energies even want that to happen is because they need information. The fire sign energies want that to happen because they need some type of information. They need information on where you work. They need information. I keep getting tax paper. They need information on where you work. They need information about a specific tax paper that you have, but don't want to file with them. So every time I say that, the Two of Pentacles energy in the waiting position, I don't want to file with Aries. I don't want to file with Leo. I don't want to file with Sag, but hunting you down. So the Two of Pentacles with the Magician with the Justice card, those fire sign energies are hunting you down for that paperwork. They're finding a Libra that you know. They're doing research on your jobs. They're doing research on your. You may already be in the business deal, or you already work with them, but Libra extracted. So you already work with the fire signs, but one Libra like element for whatever situation that is happening here. One Libra like element is extracted. So what they're doing, they're hunting, looking through phone also. They're looking through their phone for a Libra's number. They're hunting down. But I also get neighborhood. They're hunting down a Libra that lives in your neighborhood. Like they're hunting down a Libra that lives in your neighborhood to kind of like introduce themselves, to keep you busy, to introduce themselves to you, keep you busy, question you, get really, they want the Libra to get really comfortable with you so that you could give in and give them the paperwork, or answers, give them the paperwork that they need, answer questions that Sag need, answer questions that a Sagittarian energy needs. Like a Sagittarian will already work with. A Sagittarian energy you may already work with, whatever fire sign. It could be Aries, Leos, whatever fire sign energy that the Sag was coming through strongly, but hooked up by Libra. So the Sag could have also been hooked up by a Libra. A Libra could have hooked up a Sagittarian, but they do that together. So the Two of Pentacles with the Magician, the Sag, a Sagittarian energy hooks up a Libra to question you, or a Libra hooks up a Sag. But I feel like they do that. The reason into why they do that, it's a lot of information here that's happening. The reason why those two elements do that is that it's one of a million different situations. The reason why they do that is because they need tax information. That's one reason. Then there's a situation here where they also require the address. They also require your address, like your mailing address or your home address, your workplace address. They require that. So that's schmoozing. So that could be why someone like a Libra or one of the fire sign energies, that could be why they're coming in hooked up by either, they're hooked up by the other to schmooze you, to get that information out of you. And you're talking to a Libra You're talking to a Libra. Potentially you're talking to a Libra, and they're asking you questions about your private life and about your work, and it's getting so deep to the point where it may potentially end up into a conversation about taxes and bills and addresses and where you live and this, that, and the third. But one thing, the Justice energy with the Magician, you don't realize that that's a tactic that one of the fire sign energies hooked up the Libra to do that. If the Libra hooked up the fire sign energies to do that, Libra unaware. A Libra could have hooked up the fire sign energies to do that, but the spirit also said that a Libra is unaware of the relation, the fire sign energy that the Libra is trying to hook up for that exact same situation. The fire sign energy that the Libra is trying to hook up, the Libra is unaware that you're already communicating with, or you already know. I get from an old job. You're already communicating with. You already know the fire sign energy because of an old job, and the spirit said a Libra was unaware. So the kind of hooking up that a Libra is trying to do with the fire sign energies, you already know the fire sign. You already know the fire sign energy that the Libra is trying to hook up. So it could be the reason. This is an interesting situation here where. I'll give you a perfect example. If this is information that I'll go with the Libra first. If this is information that a Libra needs for some reason, if this is information that a Libra needs for whatever reason, a Libra needs it, or one of those Libra elements for whatever reason they need the information, this could be a situation here where I'm touching this card, and I also get contemplating filing with Libra. That you could be in a situation where you're contemplating filing or doing something with a Libra, splitting something with a Libra, but I keep getting they hooked up someone. So the you contemplating that they're hooking up someone. Okay, you contemplating that the Libra, or one of the Libra elements, is hooking up someone they are hooking up someone to get you to comply, to get you to want to split something with them, to get you to even want to work with them, but they like you. So the Two of Pentacles with the Magician with the Justice energy is that a Libra may like you, but the Libra, like I said, from the same example between the fire sign energy took up the Libra to gather information and taxes and bills and split this, that, and the third. The same example that I gave the fire sign energies doing that with the Libra is doing the same thing. But the reasons why the Libra is doing that, and potentially they're hooking up someone that they don't know, that you already know, or the spirit, like the spirit said, you worked with in the past. Like the spirit said you worked with in the past, but need to tell Libra. So the Two of Pentacles, that may be something that you need to tell the Libra, because potentially the Libra is going to introduce old friend. Potentially you're going to end up in a situation here where the Libra is introducing you to an old friend or an ex-co-worker or someone that you already know, but they know that. So the Two of Pentacles, that could be something that the Libra, this is interesting. This is a situation, it's really, there's a lot of stuff going on here. Could be a situation here where I'm trying to understand this. There's a lot of scenarios going on here already. This is a situation here where you working with a Libra. You're working with a Libra here, but they think that you're guarded with them. So that the spirit just said the Libra thinks that you're guarded with them. So what's happening with that is that they think that you're guarded with them. So, but what's happening with that is that you may not be like I said, the complying and listening to and the splitting this, that, and the third, and wanting to do that period, or just complying with them, getting to know them because they like you, whatever situation is there. But what they're doing is they think that you're indecisive about being with them. They think that you are going to be decisive about splitting something with them, taxes with them, whatever it is. So what they're doing is they're trying to hook up someone that their idea of it. This is interesting. Their idea of it is they think that they're hooking up someone that you don't know, but what's happening is that they're hooking up someone that you already know, but the Libra doesn't know that you already know that person, and that person they do or they do not comfortable with. It has something to do with being comfortable with someone, being open with someone. But the reason into why the Libra and or the fire sign energies are doing that, it give in. The reason why either one of those energies are doing that, the Sag, the Aries, the Libras, the reason why they're doing that with you back and forth is because they think that you won't be comfortable with them. They think that you won't give them, they think that you're not going to be open to giving them information about where you live. So what they're doing is they think that you're not going to be. So what they're doing is that they're hooking up someone to, I get follow you home also. They're hooking up someone to follow you home and see where you live, because for some reason For some reason, if this is communication between you and a Libra, if this is communication between knows your partner, yes, that's one situation. If this is communication between you and a Libra, you either going to find out that they do know your partner, like your love partner, your business partner, your some type of partner, like some type of business partner, like a colleague of some kind. They're hooking them up, but the reason why the Libra is doing that, so that they can find out where you live, where you work, whatever it is, but they think that you're not going to be comfortable with sharing that kind of information with them. So it's either information in terms of information like in terms of where you live, where you work, things that you do during the day. Libra needs the Libra and or the fire sign energies need that information, or it's tax paper information. They think that something one of those elements think that something will be weird if they just come out of nowhere and ask you for this, that, and the third information for taxes, and for something to be billed to your home. I don't want something to be billed to your home. You don't want it billed to an address that you didn't put down for your workplace. And the fire sign energies are trying to get the Libra get right address. The fire sign energies are trying to get the Libra. They're hooking up the Libra to give or get the right address from you. You could have given somebody the wrong address for some type of bill, some type of tax paper, whatever it is. You may be wondering why the Libra needs to have, but they like you. You may be wondering why the Libra needs to have some type of information there, but something about them, they do like you, or it's the fire sign energy that I feel like the fire sign energy you're trying to dodge. I feel like you're trying to dodge the fire signs. Hence the reason for them hooking up a Libra, vice versa, to question you or to get information out of you about taxes, about business, and splitting bills and sending bills your way. Just sending bills your way. But one of those elements, either one of those elements is hooking up the other to gather that information. Interesting. The Seven of Swords energy is in the present. So the Seven of Swords energy pretty much resides with air sign element like Aquarius, like I said, Libras, and it could be Gemini energies there. But I do feel heavily that the Seven of Swords pretty much making plans to move also. So the Seven of Swords in the present is making plans to move, but finding out what Libra is doing. So the Seven of Swords with the Justice energy, with the Magician, Two of Pentacles energy. That's why the Two of Pentacles energy is here, because you need to look for a new position because of what Libra did. You need to look for a new position, a new home, some type of new location because of something that a Libra did. But Gemini knows them. So the Seven of Swords in the present, a Gemini energy that you're tied to, knows a Libra that you're tied to. And they may talk constantly at real address. They may talk constantly amongst each other about your real address, but relaying that to fire signs. So the Seven of Swords in the present is that they're relaying that information to the fire sign energies that keep hooking up Gemini. The fire sign energies also hook up a Gemini energy that you're tied to. The Gemini energies having conversations with the Libra about your real housing address, about your real work address, about something is not real about your home or your workplace address. And that could be why the Libra is hunting you down, but converses with Gemini. They have conversations with the Gemini because the Gemini energy, a Gemini energy that you're tied to, may be in close proximity to a Libra that you work with. So let me go back a little bit here also. So like I said earlier on in the reading, before I put this card down, you have a situation here between you and a Libra where it's either fire sign energies. It's either fire sign energies that a Libra is hooking up to do these kind of things. I don't feel that. I feel like the fire sign energies. I feel like the fire sign energies are also. I feel like they hooked up a Libra. I feel like they hooked up a Libra to gather information about an address or I keep getting taxes. The reason for getting the right address is because of taxes. That's one situation. But I also feel like you're also tied to Aquarius also. You tied to Gemini. You tied to Aquarian and they know Libra. You tied to Gemini. You tied to Aquarian energies that know a Libra that you're interacting with all the time. Oh, now I understand what's happening. That's why I said close proximity and living in close proximity to you and working in close proximity to you and things of that nature. The Seven of Swords energy The Seven of Swords energy resides with all the air signs. They all know each other. It resides with all the air sign elements because all the air sign elements know each other on some type of level here. But one of them, like the Libra, one of them in particular nosy. One of them in particular is nosy, and it could be the Libra or Gemini, Aquarian, whichever one of those air sign elements, but need right address. So the Seven of Swords in the present, the air sign elements, like the Libra, the Aquarian, whatever, I feel like the Gemini energy is just a part of a conversation. I don't necessarily feel, I feel like you're in close proximity to the Gemini, but I don't necessarily feel like the Gemini, I just feel like they interject. I feel like the Gemini energy is just like somebody, they're external. I feel like they pretty much intervene, or they've been interjecting, or they want to interject in a situation that you're in with fire signs and Libras and Aquarians. But the Aquarius and the Gemini energy know a Libra that you work with or live with, or you're in a business deal with. The Gemini and the Gemini and the Aquarius energy know that, but hooked up by fire sign. The Seven of Swords in the present, the fire sign energies could have hooked up an Aquarian energy and a Libra energy to gather information about your address, your taxes, your billing, and all that kind of situation there. And for if it's not only that, just to find out where you live, period. But Libra really likes you. So the Seven of Swords, a Libra really likes you. The spirit emphasizing that a Libra really likes you. Something strange also. The spirit emphasizing that a Libra really likes you. Something is also strange, but that's how the fire sign energies deem it. Like the fire sign energies. The fire sign energies could be bosses. The fire sign energies could be like love partners or friends that they observe. The fire sign energies could be love partners or friends or whatever kind of partner, business partners, love partners, or housemates, whatever it is that the fire sign energies are to you. Something is interesting where hooking up a stalker, like something's also going on here with the fire sign energies. You deem one of the air sign energies to be stalker like, or the fire sign energies hooked up someone that is like a stalker, or they do stalk you, but they do like you. But the reason you observe something to be like stalking, because it's for information, you observe something to be like stalking because one of the air sign elements was hooked up by the fire sign energies to gather information on you. But the reason for it is for taxes. But I keep getting something becoming strange. Something is becoming strange with one. That's why I said needing to look for a new job, or needing to look for like a new location, like to move to or to work at, in a business deal, whatever it is, because of Libra or Aquarian. It feels like potentially you may need to do something like that because of some type of odd or strange behavior it's because of some type of odd or strange behavior that one the air, because the reason into why the air sign elements are moving this way with you is because of what the fire sign energies ask them to do. Is what a Sag asks Aquarius to do. Is because of what It's because of what the fire sign energies ask Aquarius and Libra like elements. They constantly talk together. The Seven of Swords, the Aquarian, and whichever one of the air sign, the Gemini, the Libras, those elements, the air sign elements, they constantly talk together. But the reason into why they're moving really interestingly like this with you is for the reason for it, or if it's not only movement that they're doing with you that's odd, or you deem to be odd, then it's just questioning that they keep doing for Sag. It's just questioning that they keep doing, but it's for a Sagittarian energy that you're tied to. But it's strange. So the Seven of Swords in the present, it's strange. Why is an Aquarian energy asking me these questions? Why is a Gemini? Why is a Libra? Why are they looking like that? Why is a Libra looking like that? Why are the air sign elements looking really interesting? Why are they looking at me so interestingly? Why are they asking me these really odd questions? But should I move? So the Two of Pentacles, should I change jobs? Should I ask my boss to put me on another floor? Should I ask Should I leave this business deal? It's getting weird. Should I leave this business deal? Is getting weird. Like something is getting weird about a business deal. But the weird or some type of workplace environment, whatever it is, but the weird feeling with it is that you've got fire sign energies. The spirit said business partners. You got fire sign energies that are business partners, and you don't want to do some type of tax with them. You don't want to do some type of bill splitting or tax, or like a, what do you call it, or tax filing with them. You don't want to do that with your business partner that is a fire sign, whatever, whatever you deem the fire sign energies to be to you. You don't want to do that. But they're hooking up someone that they could have done research, whatever it is. They're hooking up someone to stalk you or ask you where your right billing address is. They hooked up someone they hooked up someone to watch you and stalk you to find out what your real mailing and billing address is, whatever it is. Or it's a part of that. It's also for taxes because you refuse to file with them. You know, it just depends. But something the spirit is saying something about the Libra is lazy. Like something about the one the air sign elements is lazy. That could be how the fire sign energies are deeming them to be, or it's an Aquarian, whatever. One of the fire sign energies are deeming not working hard enough. One of the fire sign energies may deem them to not be working hard enough on gathering information about you, on gathering information about your addresses and tax paper and billing address and whatever it is, or real housing address bill, whatever it is that the air sign elements were hooked up for. But there's also this element here where the air sign elements, I keep getting no partner. One of the air sign elements, the Aquarius, the Gemini, the Libra, they secretively know your love partner, your business partner. But what's happening here, they file taxes together. So the air sign elements may file taxes with the fire sign energies that you're tied to. And that's why I said the justice energy with the magician is that part of that information could be what you're finding out. That part of that information, but in order for something to work, the air sign elements need your right billing address. So what what did research on your partner. What they did also was they did research on your business partner, your love partner. They did research on them, you know. But something is strange. The spirit was also emphasizing that something was strange about it because I was also getting stalking, and stalking would make anything strange because of addresses and location of work and location of home. And you're trying to tell someone the reason why something is happening the way it is here, like the way it is happening here, is because a refusal. It's because you did refuse something. It could even be a refusal of love. It could be a refusal of a business tie. It could be a refusal of a business deal that someone's trying to introduce you to. Or love, whatever it is. But somebody may just, if it's not only that, someone may just have like a really insecure thought with dealing with you, and it could be as simple as your openness with them, your openness with a Libra, your openness with Aquarian, whatever air sign, fire sign, your openness with those elements. But the Two of Pentacles, I keep getting, should I leave, should I move, should I do this, that, and the third? The Pentacles represent your energy, so you're like, should I move? This could be happening in a home environment, that something is weird, or it's a workplace or a business deal where something is getting weird because somebody's hooking up someone to get addresses and send bills to your home and tax papers and this, that, and the third. Or they want you to file, but it could also be a situation here where somebody wants, like a business partner that you have, they may want you to fill out the tax paper information, but they don't want it mailed to your address. They may want it mailed to their address. But that's what the air sign said. So the Seven of Swords, that could be what the air sign elements are being really cryptic about with you, and that's why they want to know. That's what they want to know, where your partner lives. They want to know where you live, because it's either something could be helping you or hurting you between the fire sign energies need or the air sign elements need. If this is the fire sign energies need, it's their benefit. If it's their need, it's also their benefit, where you may not have given, if this is a business partner that's crossing some type of odd boundary with fire sign energy, they may feel afraid with crossing some type of boundary with you in terms of addresses and billing. So what they're doing is they're hooking up a close friend that you have to give them the right address, to get your signature sign on something, to give them, send them some type of paperwork because they deem you to be more comfortable with the air sign, vice versa. And that's a tactic. The spirit is saying tactic. That's a tactic that the fire sign energies have, that they've developed in their brain to operate or formulate with the air sign elements that you're tied to already. And you're like, should I leave this business deal? Should I leave? Something's becoming strange about the business deal, or people in the business deal, or the workplace, or the home, whatever it is. And you're starting to realize what someone is doing with your real or you're not real mailing, your real or you're not real mailing address, your real or you're not real what do you call it, or tax paper and the things of that nature, where it's getting mailed to. You know, this is like somebody hooking up someone to make sure, this is like somebody hooking up someone to make sure that you put the address that they live at with you on, in terms of the tax return and where the tax return gets mailed out to. That's what the Aquarian energy is doing. So as I'm going on this example, that's what the Aquarian or the Libra, whichever, that's what the Aquarian energy is doing. That's what the Aquarian energy is doing. So, like I said earlier on the reading, something could either be helping you or hurting you. Somebody here may have your best interest in heart, but thinks something should be mailed out to your right address. Like they think something should be mailed out to your address and not the fire sign energy address. Or that's a thought that the fire sign energies have about one of the air sign elements. But they asked that. So the Seven of Swords, the air sign elements may have asked the fire sign energies exactly that. Can I'll give you a perfect example. Can we the tax return that, okay, I'll give this is the I'm just gonna make up an example really quickly. The conversation that an Aquarian energy is having with a Sag. Can we do a situation here where, you know, I know that he or she wrote her actual mailing address on here, but can we change it so it comes to our establishment? Can we change it so that it comes to our mailing address and not hers? But that's the kind of conversation that the air sign element, it's either in your best interest that someone is trying to do that, or it's to benefit the fire sign energies only, or that's a secretive business deal like situation that the fire sign energies formulated with the air signs. So somebody trying to figure out where your real address is. Somebody trying to figure out where your real address is. They either want to safeguarding. They either want to safeguard something that they're trying to do, or they want to safeguard you by sending you. They want to safeguard your return, and so that the fire sign energies won't get to it, or vice versa. It just depends on what's going on there. But somebody behind the scenes is trying to say, you know, can we change his or her address so that it comes to our address and our establishment and not to theirs? Or can we do something? I know that he or she put this address on this return, on this tax paper. Can we do something where but I get protection. Somebody could be doing something like that for you because of protection, or whoever, somebody's doing that because of protection also. But can we change it so that can we change it to where they really are, so that but Aquarian picks up mail. So the Seven of Swords, the Aquarian energy, whatever air sign, those energies, they pick up mail. Like they pick up mail that comes to your home address, like or your workplace. They pick up the mail. They pick it up. So what happens is they're either trying to safeguard the fire sign. Like I said earlier on in the reading, it could be bills. It's some type of agreement. This could be some type of agreement that the fire sign energies and the air signs, the air sign elements that they discussed, they pulled each other to the side, that secretive conversations about mailing or having bills and those kind of things coming in your name, wrong address. They're coming in your name to a wrong or right address. But they're either trying to safeguard themselves, or they're trying to safeguard you. Or it's a return that somebody wants. It's a return that the fire sign energies want to come to them and not you. Or the air sign elements are aware that the fire sign energies are trying to do that. So what they're doing is they're hooking up someone to get your real address, so that you can get your return, or whatever it is, mailed to you. So you can get it mailed to you and not the fire sign energies. Or that's something that the fire sign energies discuss with the air signs. But it's a tactic that somebody has. But before I go any further, there's a lot of information. Somebody's trying to safeguard. Okay. Oh my God. Somebody's trying to safeguard some type of somebody's trying to safeguard some type of from the beginning. Somebody's trying to tell you, you know, can we split this bill? Like it could be a business partner, love partner that you have living at different addresses, whatever it is. Can we split this bill? Can we split this? What's the perfect situation? Can we split this? let's gas, can we split the electric, can we file taxes together, whatever it is. But what's happening with that is that you may have refused, and all those things may just be getting sent to the fire, trying to change that. All those things may be getting sent to the fire sign energies, but the fire sign energies are trying to change that by hooking up someone that you know, so that you may not have given your address and those kind of things to the fire sign, and you did, or you did not, but want to change. You may want to change it, but what's happening with it is that they're hooking up someone to gather your like correct information, so that they could send so they could send they could send bill, or so they can receive your return at their address, or they could send some type of bill to your address. Well, why are they doing that? So the Seven of Swords in the present, why are they having those kind of conversations? You're aware that they're having those kind of conversations. But I get like in the stairwell, or like in a staircase kind of setting, in a building, in a home environment, like they may have had that kind of conversation before, but okay with it. So their signs had that conversation with the fire sign energies before, but one of those elements ended up being okay with it. Sag ended up being okay with it. Aquarian energy ended up being okay with it. Whatever fire sign energy, air sign there. The Libra, whatever, they end up being, but they were just hooked up. The Libra was just hooked up to do something. Like they were just hooked up to gather information, hooked up to get real address and relay that back to the fire sign energies. The fire sign energies safeguard credit. The fire sign energies are trying to safeguard their credit by having something mailed in your name to your address or somebody else's. But it's to protect their credit, or something could be in your interest. Like something here could be in your interest as well. Something here could be in your best interest. But I feel like it's a tactic that the fire sign in a workplace and in business deal. It's a tactic that the fire sign energies have to protect something about their credit. Very interesting. Or it's something that's going on here. Another situation here is that somebody's asking you to file with them and you don't. And what's happening here is that they're hooking up someone. Change your mind. They're hooking up someone to get you to have a conversation with you, so that you would change your mind. They're hooking up someone, or the Libra's doing that with the fire signs. They're hooking up someone to question you, so that somebody could safeguard their credit in some type of situation here. The Two of Cups energy is in the future, okay? And your instincts has the Nine of Wands. So the Nine of Wands, pretty much, they're defending themselves. The fire sign energies, they need to defend themselves, or they feel the need to, but scared. So they feel the need to, but they're afraid. Like they may act paranoid. I don't know. They may act paranoid all the time. But that's what a Taurus said. So the Two of Pentacles energy with the Nine of Wands is that a Taurus is coming through now. A Taurus said that the fire sign, a Sag, or whatever fire sign, Aries, they said that the fire sign energies act paranoid. They act paranoid. Or it's the air sign, but only Aquarian. It's the air sign element. The spirit said only the Aquarian. Only the Aquarian energy may act paranoid. The Nine of Wands energy could also be residing with the energy of the Aquarian, because they deal with the Sag secretively. They deal with the Sagittarian energy secretively. That could be something that want to leave them. That could be a thought that you know, or something that you just know, and you may want to leave the Aquarian energy out of that knowledge. It just depends. Or leave them alone, or don't talk to them. But Sag thinks so. Leave them alone. Don't talk to them. And Sag thinks that you shouldn't, or vice versa. It just depends on what's going on. The reason for why they're like that. Why are they involved? The reason that they're like that. You also want to know. One situation is that you may not understand why they're like that, but one situation is that you also don't understand why the Aquarian energy is involved. Like, you may not understand why they're involved in whatever way here, in taxes and tax paper, and where a tax return gets mailed to, and billing and bills. I keep getting safeguarding credit and bills and those kind of things, but it's something that's going on with safeguarding credit with that. Someone's trying to safeguard their credit. Sag and Aries and Aquarian energies and Libras, they're trying to safeguard, but just want to know where you live. So when they hit Libra, they just want to know where you live. They just want to know where you live. And someone could have hooked them up to find out where you live. But at the same time, so that one situation here is that at the same time, that's not only one thing. At the same time, someone also is trying to safeguard their credit. Like someone is also trying to safeguard their credit here for some reason. So like I said earlier on in the reading, the Aquarian energy that knows the Libra, the Aquarian energy picks up the mail, but Sag asks them to. The Aquarian energy picks up mail in an office. They pick up mail in like a what do you call it? They pick up mail in like a housing complex, whatever. They pick up the mail, but the mail has your name on it. The mail has like a what do you call it? The mail has like your potentially your tax return will end up getting mailed but getting sent to Sag. Potentially your tax return will end up coming in the mail to an address that you don't want it to come to, whatever it is, and potentially is getting sent to a Sagittarian energy. The Sag making them paranoid. The Sag is becoming paranoid, and somebody's trying to safeguard the fact that they even know that it is or it's being sent to their location, their workplace, their establishment, their home. But it's not. But for whatever reason here, it's not supposed to. This could be for whatever reason, it's not supposed to go to someone's address like that. But somebody's going in and they're changing. Somebody's going in and they're changing the one that you put down, or you put down the wrong one. Mislead Sag. You put down the wrong one to mislead one of the fire sign energies. But they figured out that you did do that, and that's why they hooked up the air sign elements to fix it. They figured out that you did do that, and they hooked up the air sign elements to fix that situation. They hooked them up to fix it. Whatever it is, and they did it. They did it with a Libra. They're trying to do that with a Libra. They did it with a Aquarian. They did it. Gemini energy, aware of that. When they may protect you, they do it or do not, or they're just interjecting, or they want Aquarian out. If it's a Gemini wants an Aquarian energy out of a situation, but they're in something for whatever reason, but they're in it, but they're paranoid, and their paranoia is making the fire sign energy nervous. Whatever it's a chain reaction of paranoia between Libra, between Aquarius, between Sag, between Aries. It's like a chain reaction of paranoia, because it's a chain reaction of paranoia with those elements, because they keep changing your address. They keep changing your address to what you're waiting on something to come in the mail, and you have it down. You have it at you. Okay. I'll give you a perfect example. You're trying to file, or you're waiting for your tax return, but you put the tax information, or you put the address of where you want your tax return or your tax paper sent to. You put the address that you wanted to down. Somebody went behind Libras and Aquarians and Sag and Aries. They went behind the scenes and switched the address. They went behind the scenes and trying to switch the address so that it will get sent to them. Like I said, somebody trying to safeguard is somebody's either doing that with a bill, or someone's doing that with a tax return paper. And you're like, in the justice energy with the magician, justice energy and the magician, why is somebody stalking me? Why is somebody watching me? Why is somebody acting paranoid all the time? When I say I get Aquarius, so the Aquarian energy may be acting paranoid and odd like that all the time, and like I said, it's a ripple effect with them, between them and the fire sign energies. But when I said I get neuroticism, so one of those elements may have like what do you call it? One of those elements are all that whoever here, they've got like neuroticism like behavior happening here. Okay. The Temperance energy is here, sign of Sag, right next to the Magician. So the Sagittarian energy is in the accomplishment with the Magician card. But what are they doing? The Sag right next to the Magician, what are they doing? What are they doing with my addresses? Why they hook up air sign why they hooking up air sign elements to question me, watch me, stalk me? The reason they're doing that, because the reason why something that's been going on for a while also, the reason why they've been doing that strangely is because the reason why they're doing that is because something has been going on for a while with bills and returns and those kind of things, and they realized your address was changed. The Sag right next to the Magician, they realized that your address was changed in some type of situation here. They realized that somebody's trying to mail out something they realized that somebody behind the scenes that you're tied to is trying to have something mailed out to them instead of you. And Aquarian knows that. So the Seven of Swords, the Aquarian knows that. The Libra knows that. Libra hooked up to distract you. The Libra being hooked up to distract you and question you and be cryptic with you. They want to tell you what's happening. The Libra wants to tell you what they saw, what they heard about Aquarian and Sag and whatever. Some transactions and IDs and addresses and mailing addresses. The Libra has all that information. And the Libra Like I said earlier on the reading, the Libra being hooked up by the fire sign energy just to distract you. The Libra or the air, or Aquarius, whatever, they're hooked up by the fire sign energies to distract you. That's the only reason why they were hooked up was to distract you, so you won't find out address was changed. So you won't find out that somebody changed your address behind the scenes. So you won't find that out. But you already know that, but I keep getting paranoid. So you already know that, and something's going on here. Are you paranoid about something? Or I feel like it's the Sag is here. I feel like the Sag is here, the Aquarian, the Libra, they're coming through a lot. Aries isn't coming through a lot. The Sag, the Aquarius, the Libra, whichever, they're paranoid. Those elements act paranoid around you all the time. But it's because of an address change it's because they cross a boundary and change some type of address situation. They cross a boundary by having something build to your address that isn't supposed to be billed to your address. Whatever it is, it's supposed to be billed to somebody else. Whatever. Like a bill, like some type of bill, or like a bill of some kind, or like whatever kind of bill, credit card bill, that it's not mine. Credit card bill is not yours. Like something is not yours, but somebody's trying to protect their credit. Somebody's trying to protect their credit, but they have bills that have your name on them. Credit card bills and whatever kind of bill with your name on them. And it could be whatever, Aries, Sag elements, they do that. And the Sag knows that they do that. The Aquarian energy collects the mail so you won't see whatever it is. And that could be something, that's something that these fire sign energies do all the time with the Aquarius and Libra and whatever. They're having those they're in hallways and stairwells and offices with doors shut, talking about how to send this to her address, so that it would not, how to send this to her real address without my name on it. What's another situation? How to send my bill, how to send a bill that is Sag voice. The spirit agrees, it's the Sag voice. How to send my bill to her real address. It's not her bill, it's not his or her bill, it's my bill. Wow. But they're doing it, they're changing, they're going into the system, and somehow they're having conversations about, but Aquarian knows how to do. So the Aquarian energy knows how to change names on mail, and how to change people's names on mail, and how to change, like on a bill, like how to put somebody else's name on it, and those kind of Aquarian, if somebody's well versed in knowing how to do that. And someone could be scammed like about somebody doing that also. And Libras and being hooked up to distract you, and Libra want to get to know you, and whatever it is. Libra wants to get to know you, or they just know what Aquarian's been doing. They just know what an Aquarian, an Aquarian energy that you're a Libra that you're tied to knows an Aquarian energy that you're tied to, because of some type of workplace or a business deal, or like neighborhood connection that the air sign elements have, and Sag. It's a neighborhood connection and a workplace, whatever kind of business deal connection that those elements have to a Sagittarian energy as well. And they're like, and they want to tell you, hey, they want to tell you, hey, you've got mail, you've got bills coming in your name that they're not even your bills. You know what I mean? Like the Libra wants to tell you that. The Aquarian energy may want to, but I feel like it's being used. I feel like the Aquarian energy is just being used in the situation to help the fire signs, and you want to know why they're somewhere. And they're sticking around, but they get paid to do something also. They may be getting paid to do something also, but what they're doing is making them paranoid. It's a ripple effect. Like I said, it's a ripple effect of paranoia that they're experiencing because of a choice that they're deciding to make with your information. Wow. There's your Gemini. The Gemini energy is right next to the spirit, witnessing something for a while. So the Gemini energy next to the Two of Pentacles, they've been witnessing that something's been happening to you in a workplace, in a business deal. And I also get housing complex. They've been witnessing that something interesting has been happening with you and your stuff in a housing complex for a while. In a housing complex. The spirit said housing complex. In a housing complex, in a workplace, in a business deal. But your things I need to talk to. The Gemini energy and the spiritual self next to the Two of Pentacles, I need to talk to. Two of Pentacles, like I said earlier on the reading, should I move? Should I move? Should I leave? Should I go to another, this, that, and the third? But Aquarian doesn't care. So when I ran through those questions, and Aquarian energy doesn't care, like you saying, like they may not care. The Aquarian energy may not care, whichever air sign. The Aquarian energy may not care, but like I said, them doing that and helping the fire sign, the Aquarian energy, Like you could be talking about moving, like you could be talking about moving or changing jobs and leaving business deals or switching and doing those kind of things. You could be talking about that. Aquarian doesn't care. But every time I say that the Aquarian energy doesn't care, like I don't know why the spirit is emphasizing that one of the air sign elements, they don't care, but not the Libra. The Libra cares, but I feel like the Aquarian, that something that is happening to you like that, the Aquarian energy doesn't care for some reason. Like one of those elements don't care. Like the spirit emphasizing still doing something. The spirit emphasizing that they don't care. They're still doing something. They're still, so whether you leave somewhere, one establishment to go to another, whether you leave what do you call it? Whether you leave one home or business deal to go to another, they're still print your name on things. They're still going to print your name on things. And that could be something that the fire sign and have to deal with. That's something that the fire sign energies they're just going to have to deal with. But what is wrong with them? So the 9 of Wands and the instincts with the 7 of Swords, if it's the air sign, that could be a question that you have for the Aquarian. That's a question that you have for the Sag and whatever the Aries elements, whatever, whoever you got, Sag, you got Gemini, and then what's wrong with them? What is wrong with them? What's wrong with them? You're finding out that information and you want to know what's wrong. You know, like neuroticism and behavior and paranoia. What's wrong with them? That could just be a general question. This could be a situation here where you don't know one element here. You don't know that something like that is happening, or in whatever situation here it is that's going on here. But one situation is that one element is that you don't know what's happening and acting erratically. One situation is that you don't know what's happening and they're starting to act erratically because you could be because of a Libra. You could be on the verge of finding out what's happening because of a Libra, and it could also be because of an Aquarian. You could be on the verge of finding out of what is happening to you. You could be on the verge of finding out that. But it's going to make somebody more so Sag. Potentially it's going to make a Sag more so paranoid. But at the same time, in Aquarian energy, what they expose. At the same time, in Aquarian energy doesn't care about what they expose that's been happening to you. They don't care about what they expose. Libra don't care. Gemini energy, they may not care about what they expose. You know, they may not care about what they decide to expose to you that is happening. They may not care. You know, it just depends on the situation here. I mean, however you want to look at somebody not caring the not caring, like if someone isn't necessarily involved heavily with doing something interesting like that, if someone isn't involved necessarily heavily like that they may have just been observed. That's why I said for a while they may just be observing something happening for a while and they're getting tired. They're observing something for a while and they're just getting tired, and so they're trying to be cryptic and reveal and they want to expose something to you. Sag doing whatever whoever is doing it, Libra, whatever, stalking. Whatever it is, reason for the stalking, whatever it is, tax paper, bills, somebody sending, like somebody behind the scenes trying to send your tax paper to their address, trying to have their bills sent to your address in your name, but it's their bills. Or whatever. Somebody just know that something like that is happening all the time. You know, and they just want to break down and expose. They just want to break down and expose somebody. They expose a certain person. Like they just want to break that. Do you want to break down and expose someone? On purpose. You may want to break down and expose somebody on purpose. And that could be a thought that the fire sign energies have, or the air signs have, or somebody's scared. They're paranoid. Whatever it is, you know. They're just scared. But the what do you call it? The Gemini energy in your spiritual self is a partnership that you're in. It's a partnership that you're in with one of these elements. It's a partnership that you have with Sag. But leave me alone. It's a partnership that you have with Sag. You're like, leave me alone. You want them to leave you alone. They're doing something that's annoying, whatever it is. That you're like, leave me alone. Are you telling a Gemini to leave you alone? Or they may have left you for a while. They could have left you alone for a while if it's a Gemini. Or it's a partnership you have with the Sag, you want them to leave you alone. Whatever, if somebody isn't doing that for some reason. They're not doing it. The mentality has the Emperor, Sun of Aries, and Libra. That's your Libra female from the beginning, and whatever it is. You know, you got Libra female, you got Aries female. They say Aries, whatever it is, they could be doing something foolish. I'm looking at the Empress energy, they could be doing something foolishly here. Like they're doing something really foolishly. They're doing something really foolishly with Sag elements. They're doing something really foolishly with Aquarians and Libras and whatever. They're doing something really foolish there with them. Spirit said foolish. Something's foolish that they're doing here. Something's foolish about it. You know? It's foolish. Something is foolish. The papers, the bills. They don't want to mess up their credit. I'm looking at them. They don't want to mess up their credit. They don't want to mess up their credit. I'll give you a perfect example. You get in the mail. You get in the mail, but Aquarians slip up. You get in the mail and you're like, what the hell? What the fuck is this bill? It's not my shit. You know what I mean? You're like, what is this bill? This is not mine. I don't use these kind of things on myself. What the hell is this? But it's their stuff. Or a Sag, whatever. It's theirs. And you're like, what the hell is this stuff? It's not mine. This is not mine. Why am I getting billed for this? I didn't pay for these things. I don't use these kind of, I don't read these kind of magazines. Whatever it is. Wealth Heist magazine. I'm just making up a name. I don't read Wealth Heist magazines. I don't know. Why is this coming in my name? This is not my shit. Whatever it is. But they're sloppy. So I'm looking at the Empress energy. They're sloppy with something that they do. That's why I said Aquarians slip up. They're sloppy with something that they do. Conversation that they're trying to have. Or something that they keep communicating to the air sign element is sloppy. Something they keep communicating to air sign elements is sloppy. It's sloppy because it's sloppy. That's why I said Aquarian not caring and whatever. It's sloppy because the air sign elements, they want her. The air sign elements want to expose her. Spirit said her. The air sign wants to expose Aries. The air sign wants to expose a Libra female, whatever. The air sign want to expose, it could be whatever, Sag elements here, male, female, whatever. Somebody wants to expose them. But they also did something sloppily with your name on it. They did something sloppily there, you know. That's why I said Aquarians slip up. They did this. They're slipping up is exposing them. The Aries element, not the Aries, the Aquarian energy, or Libra, whatever air sign, they are Gemini. Their slip up is exposing the Empress energy. Their slip up is potentially going to expose them. It's going to expose them, but that's why the Aquarian don't care. Whatever it is that they're doing, they don't care. This could be a situation here where somebody, the Sag, the Aries, whatever, they could have asked the Aquarian energy to get mail, do this, that, and the third, print her name on this, his or her name on this, that, and the third, whatever it is. But they're also, the Aquarian energy may do that willingly for someone, or those two elements there, however many of those elements, they may willingly do it, but getting tired. They may willingly do it, but they're also getting tired of it, and they may also start. They're feeling paranoid. That's one situation. They're getting tired and regretful. They're getting tired. They're regretful, and they're feeling paranoid. And something's wrong there with them with that. Something's happening neurologically with someone in stress with doing that for somebody all the time, or they're just starting to feel bad. Period. But that's why they keep asking you something. They're starting to feel bad, period. And that's why they keep asking you something. Are you okay? Are you well? Are you tired? Why are you not talking to me? Whatever. The air sign elements could be asking, the Sag or whoever. Somebody could be asking you that. But they're asking you that, but they're the culprit. They're asking you that, but they're the culprits. One of them is a culprit of some kind. The changing position has the Ace of Swords energy. Okay, so how you gonna be the culprit of somebody's of somebody's stresses and pretend not to be? That doesn't make any sense. The Ace of Swords energy and try to clean it up behind the scenes, that's bad acting. I would deem that to be bad acting. The Ace of Swords is in the changing position here, but don't need one. The Ace of Swords is that you don't need an idea, and you don't need some type of idea, but play along. So you don't need an idea into something anymore. The Spirit said play along. These fools, the Spirit said play along with somebody here, or somebody's. The Spirit said play along with Libra, play along with Aquarian, play along with Sag elements, play along with Aries, play along with them. But it's fun. So playing along with them, it's fun. You saying that it's fun. Playing along with them, you're saying that it's fun. You looking at the mail, and why you looking at the mail now? You know why. Now you know why a bill is coming in the mail that's not your damn bill. You're waiting on a tax. You're waiting on tax paper. They change address. You waiting on tax paper. You know where the tax paper got sent to. But the Spirit said play along with them. Don't make something obvious. Just play with them a little bit. Play with them. Contact job. Contact whatever it is. Go set up a meeting. Whatever it is that this shadiness and stupidness that they're trying to do there. Whatever it is, play along with somebody. And the spirit said it's fun to. And that could be a thought you have about yourself. It's fun to play along. It's fun to play along with people. The Taurus element, that's why I said Taurus, and Taurus knowing something. I can't even remember what I said at this point about that earlier on the reading. I got so far. But the Taurus element is in the resolution going towards the Two of Cups energy, the Taurus. But they're helpful. So the Taurus, it may be helpful in some type of situation. The Taurus, but they're safeguarded. So the Taurus may be safeguarded. For whatever reason, the Taurus is safeguarded. You know what I mean? The Taurus is safeguarded here in the resolution going towards the Two of Cups. Somebody safeguards them, or the Empress-like elements, they may safeguard them. The Sag may safeguard them. But don't want that to happen to them. So when I say the Sag safeguarding them, the Sag doesn't want something like that to happen to the Taurus. The Sag doesn't want that to happen to the Taurus for some reason. Someone may be thinking that you want revenge on them. The reason for it is because they know something. The reason for it also is because they just know something. They've been watching something. They know Aquarian. They know what the Aquarian energy has been doing. Why don't they say anything? When I said, why don't the Taurus say anything? Why aren't they saying anything? The Sag trying to protect something like that. The Sag trying to protect something like that that's happening to you. Interesting here. The Sag is trying to protect them from revealing. The Sag is trying to stop them from revealing. The Sag is trying to protect them. The Sag is trying to protect that from happening to them for whatever reason. Does it matter? It just depends on the energy that is coming through. With Taurus elements in the future. But I do feel that I keep feeling this feeling of coming in to help. That's why the Two of Cups is in the resolution with them in the future. They could be coming in to help. They could be coming in to help here. They could be coming in to help. And bills and businesses and people hooking up people to get you to comply. But you're not complying. But people are starting to realize why you're not complying. Whatever it is. This is as simple as this, where somebody's hooking up someone to get you to comply, but they're not they're not realizing that they're not realizing that you are finding something out, and they don't realize why aren't they complying. They're not realizing why you're not complying, but it's only because you're finding something out. It's only because you're finding something out there. Why if they're not going, this is somebody's voice, if they're not going to comply with me, who should I hook up to get him or her to comply with me? But it's not working because of information. The justice energy underneath is not working because of information information that Libra trying to give you. It's because of information Libra trying to give you. Information that Libra is trying to give you. Okay? Gemini trying to give you. Gemini energy intervening, and the Aquarian energies don't care, and they're trying to ask you, are you okay? Trying to sympathize. Somebody's trying to ask you that. But the people who are sympathizing with you, fake sympathizing with you, the spirit said they're the culprits. Like, they're the culprits for whatever reason here. All right, let's see what the outcome is here, Capricorn. Double Taurus elements, but more than one. So double Taurus elements here. There's more than one Taurus. All right, let's see what another outcome. And the Tower, sign of Scorpio. So the Hierophant going towards the Two of Cups energy. That could be the energies. Could be energy to Scorpio. But I do feel like the Hierophant with the Tower does represent revealed information. It represents revealed information from a Taurus, or just you could be embodying Hierophant energy. You could be embodying that, where you're just revealing, that's scaring somebody. You're just revealing information that's making somebody afraid for whatever reason, because this could be, one part of this could be extreme to the point where somebody could go to jail also. But it's bringing me like, I don't know, one of the air sign elements, like somebody could go to jail, but something is extreme. Some part of it may be extreme because of taxes. One part of it is extreme because of what somebody's trying to do for taxes, the stalking, the oddness, and the paranoia is acting out on. Somebody could be acting out on paranoia. Somebody is acting out on paranoia, and it could be making you. Somebody acting out on paranoia is jail potential almost. You know what I mean? It's somebody acting out on it. Somebody acting out on some type of erratic behavior because of what they've been doing. It's jail potential. It's like jail potential. All right, Capricorn. Let me know how it resonates. Be well. Take care. Bye.